Here we go. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this morning's meditation seminar practice. So we'll suspend our minds just a little bit to free awareness, to become aware of its own self. And so awareness gazes within its own self. We'll do that. Then, having established ourselves more or less in this state of awareness, this inner experience, we'll then extend this awareness within ourselves. We'll embody it more. We can extend it all the way down into the earth, and then all the way up, the heart, palate of the mouth, behind the eyes, top of the head. We can extend it to our fingertips. And awareness awakens awareness. And then, having established and embodied this field of space, spaciousness, openness, light, energy, knowingness, we'll then extend to the immediacy of our situation. And that's us. So we'll extend inside to inside. And then we're not simply the field, we're not just simply containing the field, we're in it. It comes in front of us, above us, behind us, through us. Let's do that. We'll extend to our friends on the internet. We're now muting them. We're not going to worry about it. We'll integrate the sounds. And then we'll extend to our ancestors, the mothers and the fathers. And the mothers and the fathers, the generation of field which we're expressions of. Rodents. And then we'll extend. You're going to have to mute a little bit, I think. Let's cool it over there. See you guys. I think that's it, yeah. And so since we're doing this in awareness, there's no interruption, right? No distraction. Because everything is awareness, and everything can be held and felt in awareness. I'm muted now. Okay. Are we all okay now? Can you guys hear now? Can you guys hear? Great, thanks. And then we're going to extend to all the great yogis and gurus and teachers we've met. And we'll make that extension. With each extension, the field becomes stronger and multidimensional. And this one will extend to Lama Norla, who's been ill. We'll extend to him. Let's extend the vital energy, huh? The chi, the shakti, great affection. As Yangtang Rinpoche, the great Dzogchen master, says, the absolute compassion is this capacity for us to extend this light, this awareness to a person. And we can extend to the person's presence, the present moment. We'll do that with the Lama. And we can even extend to the person's past. And then we can extend to their future. And as he tells us this, there's the understanding that there are 4 times. There's the present moment, and there's the past, endless past. And there's a future, endless future. And the 3rd time is timeless awareness. And as you and I become aware of this awareness, we begin to experience its timelessness in time. So I think this morning we're going to do a little practice of the Dakini. And one of the practices of the trauma, the dark mother, the luminous creative darkness. Huh? And this is said to be a practice that opens the door of direct perception gnosis. In Vajrayana, there are various Dakini practices, huh? And these stories are mythic invocations. They're invoking this dimension of our own experience. They're invocations that bring us into the experience of the Dakini, the goddess. Or better said, if you'd like, they bring us into the archetypical or archetypal dimension of this awareness field, into the experience of the essential nature of awareness. And the Dakini is direct perception, the action of direct perception, gnosis, knowingness, wisdom gnosis. And these texts are not literal, but they're evocative, in their symbolic power to bring forth within us, to inform within us what they signify, what they symbolize. And in this tradition, everything is method, and these invocations, which are expressions of the single field of transmission, bringing forth from within our experience of innate awareness with its wonderful and magical forces, the Shakti, the Chi. And this text brings forth the various dimensions of our experiential awareness, and for which the Vajrayana practitioners is ultimately cosmological, takes us beyond our teeny-weeny psychologies, and what they call the anima mystica, as Jung would call it. We enter the anima, psyche, and its feminine and the psyche is essentially mystical in nature, is essentially oneness. As Jung would once said, you and I don't simply have a psyche, but we live in psyche, and the world is psyche, the anima mundi. And for our purposes here, the true unconscious is primordial awareness, as is primordial awareness is for so many people experientially unknown, just far in the background of their experience. And this unconsciousness as primordial awareness is actually real and multidimensional, and this reality is manifested both as the symbolic dimension, the Sambhogakaya dimension, which is the luminous vortexual elements, and is manifested then as a Namanakaya dimension. And this is the world of desire and flesh, cars, us, this drama. And the symbolic is the medium of reality that brings forth this experiential awareness in its multidimensionality, in all its horizons. And so the symbolic arises out of the transitional space, or the meditative space. That space where you're not in your mind alone, That's why we suspend the mind and enter into this space. If we're in mind alone, this is just going to be a little story. No evocative power. Or sometimes we just get locked in our body, right? Wordless body. So we'll pause again and enter into this awareness of awareness, this openness. The text begins with Emoho. It means fantastic. In order to actualize and experience the beloved Dakini Saraswati, she who brings forth the radiance of passionate joy, sublime joy, and co-emergent joy. We invoke the bodhicitta, the great compassion, to become what we are. Omahung bodhicitta masuka yana tatua. Om opens up one dimension of this world, flesh. Ah opens up the symbolic realm, the elements, the vortexes, the light. And Hum opens up pure potentiality, Dharmakaya. Bodhicitta, the great compassion. Masuka, the great sweetness that overcome suffering. Jnana, direct perception. Dhatu-a, in every situation. Gnosis, awareness, experiencing awareness, the light in everything and everyone. Then it says, Zahung Bam Ho. It means, come here, bring this forth. Then it starts, Hongdrum. From the letter E comes the triangular source of the dharmas of all phenomena, and having the nature of spaciousness. Its top is wide open, and its fine tip points downward. And in the center of this triangle, within this sphere, is a palace, having the nature of spontaneous presence. Perhaps you can feel that. Trote Dakini. Hung Ho. And this palace is complete in all its inner and outer characteristics. And in most of these texts, they experience the world, this place, as both a palace and a charnel ground. A place of the most exquisite beauty and at the same time terror. There is, in the very center of this place, the Dakini seat, the place. And this is the form of the only mother, the Troma, the dark mother, the feminine embodiment of intense compassion. She's the darkest blue, fierce, in this magnificent luminousness. Her crown chakras adorned with the head of a grunting pig squealing, and that symbolizes Marigpa, the not knowing, the ignorance about this dimension within our own selves. And she has one face and two arms, and she's so fierce and powerful. This luminous energy emanates from her. This luminous, shining darkness. She is a warrior and manifests this uncanny laughter, both out loud and within you. Her two hands hold a hook knife for cutting through delusions, for opening up all phenomena that we can experience the innate light. And she also has a skull cup filled with blood, and this blood symbolizes the life force, vitality, the vital essence, the light essence. So part of these practices are to bring forth this vitality, this energy, this Shakti, this Chi, this pulsations. A trident rests in the crook of her arm, Shiva's ornament. Many of these texts, they were the influence of the Shaivites, and so these texts often have some recognition of that. And she's in a dancing posture, one leg extended and the other bent, like Shiva, indicating the oneness of these understandings. And she stands within this mass of raging fire, which is ultimately the world. and fire. And from the letters Hung Hung Maharinisa appears the invocation of a retinue of Dakinis in all the directions. So begin invoking this dimension of this energy within us and around us. White as water, yellow as earth, red as fire, and green as the air. In a sense, the Dakini is also the elements. They're so subtle and so intense. And these are the elements, elementalness, self-arising, manifesting the world, and manifesting us. Our awareness, our body, our mind, and the circumstances. Om Vajraratna Padma Karma, Vajravahari Hong, invoking like a song to bringing this into explicitness. Hong Ho, from this invisible celestial land of Kechara, Matroma, the soul mother, and the Dakini of great compassion, surrounded by her companions. Kechara is the heavenly realm, Sambhogakaya dimension, Dakini realm, and the Kechara mudra is the inner palate opening the door of nectarian states. It's also called the womb of the Shakti. And perhaps at times you'll feel that actually opening. I invoke you. Please come to this place here, within me, within us. And then remaining in the sun and the moon and the lotus light. The sun is the light of awareness as the heart. The moon is the light of awareness as mind. And the lotus symbolizes, as we experience this dimension, we become less contained by our circumstances and our minds. The box opens. And empower me, empower us, your devoted sons and daughters, and we embrace you with love and the devotion of oneness, non-duality. Divine Dakini, in and through your creative compassion and this pure love, transform my body, my speech, and my mind into Kadig, the great purity of awareness, the purity of being itself, that pure, open, luminous place. And by embracing you, I become you. You are my own awareness itself. Stainless space, unbound, luminous darkness. Omohung Vajravahare Trotikale Maha Renissa. Namo Vajrakarmari. And from the letters Omahung, within my heart center, the light begins to pulsate and radiate and touches both the outer and inner circumstances of my being in this world. And the Dakinis begin to bring forth their own divine substance, and they sing their own melody and experience the bliss of the substances that bring forth in this world. And these offerings, these manifestations, are the essences of the root energies of the elemental light. And by combining these offering activities in this way, I, the practitioner, will receive the sublime cities, the powers of perception. And the divine Dakinis, using passionate melodies and the natural Dakini sign language, and they write the secret language, they write the mantras on the ones they love. And these are the offerings made by the Dakinis. And inside the skull cup is this brilliant, luminous quintessence of Amrita, bliss, innate bliss, heart essence, heart drops. And the Rakta of the skull cup contains ripples and vortexes, and it's alive. And the precious sublime container holds the bodhicitta, this liquid, viscous drops of the Dharmakaya, heart essence. We'll focus on that center for a moment. And you can release that energy. The Amrita portions have many flavors, and these unsurpassable essential elements, these substances, are offered to the Great Mother, the Troma, this goddess, this fierce and intense compassion of protection. And they're offered to the White Goddess, the bodily emanations of great bliss. And they're offered to bring forth the Red Goddess, the speech emanations of sound. And they're offered to bring forth the awareness field emanations of Sagwageshe, secret, timeless awareness, wisdom. Timeless awareness. They're offered to bring forth the Yellow Goddess of the qualities of accomplishment, that action of accomplishment, of completing. Knowledge is action. They're offered to the Green Goddess, whose complete compassionate activities. And they're offered to all the oceans of emanations of this Mother and Sister Dakinis, this ocean of the radiance of light. I ask you to consider me, to consider us, in accepting these offerings with love and affection. And please bestow the ultimate realization of the Sang's unsurpassable Sangwayeshe, timeless awareness. And also the gift of enjoying the compassion. The ultimate, present in this moment, the realization of the unsurpassable Sagwa Yeshe, timeless awareness, in time, simultaneously. And the gift of enjoying the companionship of the Dakinis. This dimension of experience. Then we hear the shout, ka, ka, kahi, kahi, which means the Dakinis really like this, huh? And so the offerings of Amrita, this secret mantra, in whom the unsurpassable, sublime Amrita, these drops, is the substances that bring forth unbound bliss, Mahasukha. Mahasukha. And I offer this to the mother and the sister Dakinis. You can feel that gesture with your hand if you want. And please accept this and bestow the empowerments and the cities of this action. Omong Sagwa Pensa Amrita Kamra Kahi. We're continuing now. If you'd like to perform hand offerings of Amrita by saying the names of the various Dakinis. Om Ahung. This is offered to the wisdom Dakini of the Dharmakaya. Om Ahung. So that dimension of the Dharmakaya, pure potentiality, huh? We offer that. And to the wisdom Dakini of Sambhogakaya, that's the archetypal dimension, huh? Vortexes, deities, devas, in this subtle realm, huh? Om Ahung, the gods and goddesses. And to the wisdom Dakini of Namanakaya, that's this realm of flesh, Om Ahung. And to the only mother, the soul mother, the trauma, the goddess of compassion, Om Ahung. And to the different classes of the secret Dakinis, Om Ahung. And to the Vidyadhara, Pamasambhava. Vidyadhara means the embodiment of awareness, huh? Pamasambhava, primordial guru, symbol. To the Dakini Yeshisogo, that's the nurturer, Yeshitogo. Om Ahung. To Orjan Tesam Lingpa, that's the person who is the channel for this sublime text, Om Ahung. To the Kini of Devadara, Om Ahung. To all the Bodhisattvas, Om Ahung. To the compassionate root guru, wherever that is for you, Omahung. And to the guardians of this dharma, this tradition, this empowerment, Omahung. And to the ocean of all the beings who are all worthy of offerings, which is everyone, Omahung. And then sensing the Amrita descending and arising simultaneously within the inner heart essence, the Hridayam. Omahung, please bestow on us, at this very moment, the cities, the powers of enlightened body, luminous speech, and luminous mind, unbound. Om Kaya Siddhi Vakta Siddhi Tista Siddhi Abhisheka Om. That's invoking the empowerment. Then the wonderful text continues with the praise of this experience, like fantastic. Emaho, Hung Ho, from the sublime celestial land of the Dakinis, that realm, the mother comes to the power of compassion and the power of protection. Dr. Roma, you're luminous and magnificent, wearing the charnel ground ornaments, blood, skulls. And you raise fire in your hand, dissolving the demonic. I embrace you. Hung Ho, O white Dakini, whose light rays pacify, and yellow Dakini, whose laughter enriches us, and red Dakinis, whose passion and radiance magnetizes us, pulls us into this dimension, and green Dakinis, who release the demonic, and Dakini, who blazes wondrously, fire, and whose dances change dramatically, so loving, and whose laughter enriches. And perhaps you'll hear it. Om Vajra Purusaya Ho, Om Vajra Vahari Trota Kale Harinisa, Aveshaswara Hung Pet. Hung Ka, you're the dark blue Kali, unchanging and magnificent, Again, integrating the Shaivite. The goddess is the Shaivite Kali. Hung Ka, you're the dark blue Kali, unchanging and magnificent. Ka, you're the goddess Kamoshe, another emanation. Kamoshe is like the great compassion in the form of flesh, humanness. Ga, how could there be so many distinct emanations? Cha, you're surrounded by the hosts of karma dakinis, whooping and shouting and clamoring. Cha, the fierce goddess, emanates in so many infinite forms in our lives, supporting us. Ja, with the first portion of the potion, this Amrita. Na, the whole area is filled with the light of the moon. And so you emanate like the powerfully moving planet Venus. The planet of the Dakinis. In this way, please establish all mother sentient beings on the path of enlightenment. So this is a wish that all mothers experience this unfolding natural path of enlightenment. And you destroy crude behavior like black magic and the curses. And please bestow the sublime empowerment of the final stage. This has two meanings: the empowerment of timeless awareness here and now, and the empowerment in the final stage, the moment of death. You experience deathless awareness. And please release us into the open spaciousness of the all-good Mother, Samata Bhadri. Vajrasamaya testa hung soha. Hung, from this unborn, completely pure Dharmadhatu, miraculous forms arise and manifest in every possible way. O wisdom Dakini, the protector of all beings. Vajravahare, stainless space illumination, the primordial Guru. I embrace you as my own self, having never been separated and never ever apart. Chema, because of not recognizing this thought-free, self-arising awareness, the Dharmakaya. Chema means unhappiness. Oh Mother, due to thoughts, I've become fixated on myself. I'm freed by embracing the Mother, this Dharmakaya, this unbound awareness, formless, luminous, as my own self. And because of not recognizing that all desires are self-originating and self-arising, and that thoughts and desires are self-liberated as they arise naturally, my experience is murky and bewildered. But the degree that I recognize this, I feel liberated. I embrace the Mother, Sambhogakaya, as my own awareness. And because of not recognizing this change of thoughts and movements of my mind, are very self-liberated in all their variety, just as it's happening. I keep getting lost in thoughts and lost and fixated. I embrace the Mother, the Namanakaya, as this world, because of not recognizing that this effortless, spontaneous, conscious manifesting everything and anything is beyond all exertion and striving. I suffer unnecessarily trying to attain what is already given, natural liberation. Because I lack realization of what is, I've been caught up constantly in the decision of yes and no, 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 yes, yes, maybe. Because of not recognizing that samsara and nirvana are in complete oneness, just as it is. I create a split between myself and others in this world, and the very being of my own beingness. I embrace the mother, this wisdom Dakini, this goddess, because of not recognizing that the freedom from grasping at reference points and attributes is beyond the path. This path is not the path of grasping at reference points and attributes. Better, better, best. I seemingly progress in a fabricated way, which actually is no way at all, because of not recognizing that whatever happens is ultimately beyond arising and ceasing. I'm in that timeless place, in the here and now. I've been striving in practice, accepting and rejecting. I did not realize that this mother is groundless and rootless, without reference. I embrace the mother, Ma, beyond hope and beyond despair, and not recognizing that birth and death itself is beyond all fear, and realization alone is what brings true confidence. Nature itself is what benefits beings, nature itself. And all apparent existence, all appearances is the realm of Dakini. This room, your house, the streets, and the movements of mind, memory, and awareness. All the movements of mind, memory, and awareness are the state of primordial purity. And the form of the trauma is the powerful play of compassion, this fast play of consciousness. The mother is the great bliss, free from striving desperately. And all sentient beings all have the Dharmakaya nature. So how can we awaken without practicing meditation? By the power of the truth, may we realize the ultimate meaning of this text, this experience, and may everyone attain the state of the mother. You are the natural state of the great perfection. Pat, pat, pat. Ah, the unborn ah. Aham, ah. Aham, ah. Aham, ah. So we've been cultivating awareness for the past hour, and we've been cultivating through this text, the power of the lineage of this text and the field of this text of the Dakini. So we'll focus on people we know and love who may be having difficulties. And those of us in the seminar, Mary Kay, we'll focus on Mary Kay's son. The light. Focusing on the light. And extend to the present moment and to the person. Then we'll extend to the presence of the person in the past. And the presence of the person in the future. And that self of arising presence is the radiance. Awareness is both its knowingness, but there's space. And this light and union, complete oneness, radiance. Presence of awareness. There's a particularly great text, not given that often. It was given at the Padmasambhava Center a number of years ago when one of the lamas who died was a magnificent, great teacher, and there was thunder and vortexes and many different experiences. So the death of a lama, like the death of any person, is an opening of the Dharmakaya. Pure potentiality. Another way of practicing the Dakini practice is the essence Maharinisa Siddhi Hung, and you can place Ma, the sense of Ma, and you don't get too fixated in doing this. If you get fixated in doing it, it'll disappear. But the sense of Ma at the top of your head, and that's the element of space. It is so blue. It's darker. Ma. The forehead, Ha. Maha. It's white. And it's the water element. Maha. Re. Throat. Yellow. Earth element. Mahari. Ni. Fire element right in the center of the chest. Mahari. Ni. Fire element. Sa. Navel. Maharinisa. Considered called the soul practice of the Dakini. Very simple. If you like invoking this, Maharinisa. There's another mantra, if you like this sort of thing. Om Yana Dakini. It means Om, primordial sound, evoking. Yana Dakini. The Dakini is knowingness, gnosis. Om Yana Dakini Bam. Bam's the seed syllable. Om Yana Dakini Bam. Maharinisa Siddhi Hung. Yana Dakini Bam Maha Rinisa Siddhi Hung. And you can say these things, but more powerfully is just sensing them in your body, huh? With that, rub our hands again. We can seal the experience in us, remaining in this awareness state today, having a great time. I'd like to thank everybody for coming this morning. And if you want, you can stay and meditate to 9 o'clock. And there'll also be some refreshments upstairs. And we can put the recording on. It's on already. Just press it. It's number 1. And it's a great chant from Kunzang Dechen Lipa's ashram, monastery. And it's invoking the Lama. And here the understanding the Lama is the primordial awareness, the primordial guru in us as us. And we're invoking that. And then we also invoke it and we feel it resonating in each other and in this world. But also, if we have good fortune, we meet people who personify it, embody it in a very complete way. And so we extend to also those people who they have a very explicit function. Oma Hung Bodhicitta Masukayana Tatua. Another monkey said situation. In all these different situations we're experiencing in this world today. It's always been a the yogis understood in dealing with the wildness of things, you have to have some wildness. And the Dakini brings this wildness to this
Cha